It's war and peace is more than beef. Must uphold the code we swore to keep. It's life and death, it's blood and sweat. We fight for love and respect. It's man to man, it's hand to hand. You make your fist, you take your stand. Prepared to throw down whenever it go down. Under pressure, don't fold, man, hold your ground. You got your pride and I got mine. It's all out war when you cross that line. I'm from LA, I grew up fighting. After school, no rules, clash of the titans. Writing from experiences.
Hey guys, I'm gonna talk about the future of Crash, what I think should happen. Crash needs to come back. Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot first started out as a platformer for the PlayStation 1, or the PlayStation as it's referred to. Then it had games like a party game, racing game, which aren't spin-offs, but they were part of the Crash series. All of these games were fun in a way, but some people didn't like it, some people did. Personally, I liked some of them. And then we had Crash Mind Over Mutant. It was a good game, but I mean, they could have done a whole lot better. There are a few reasons why Crash needs to come back. Activision, if you're watching this, stop focusing on Call of Duty! That's what I need to tell you. Stop focusing on Call of Duty and Skylanders. Nobody cares about Skylanders. Skylanders suck. We want a Crash game. There are reviewers which say Skylanders is a good game, but I think it's not a good game. I'm pretty sure everybody in the world doesn't like Skylanders. It sold well, but no. Crash needs to come back. That's what needs to happen. Crash needs to come back. I mean, Crash is better than Call of Duty. First of all, Call of Duty is a first-person shooter, which is not for everyone. Crash is for everybody. Crash, you get to wander around in a lot of places. Call of Duty, you barely even do that. If they ever release a Skylander toy figure of Crash, I would maybe get Skylanders, but probably not. Because, I mean, it's just one figure. One. If they released a couple, I'd probably most likely get it. Last year when there was that rumor that Crash might be coming back to Sony, it should have came back. Activision should have just sold it off to Sony and say, okay, it's your Sony. Sony would have gave it to Naughty Dog and then have them make a new Crash game. Because I want a Crash game. It's been 7 years since we had a Crash game. Activision has addressed the future of it, but no. I know Rockstar has addressed the future of Manhunt, but that's okay, Manhunt. Because Manhunt is a violent, gory game. That's fine. Anyways, Manhunt only had like 2 games, and it received a crap ton load of controversy, which is fine. But Crash never received controversy, which makes no sense at all, and has to come back. Anyways, let's stop talking about Manhunt. Continue to Crash. Crash was like one of the best platformers on the PlayStation 1. Then when the PS2 came out, Sony lost its licensing agreement with Universal, and then Vivendi Games got it. And then they formed a Universal to make Vivendi Universal Games, but they merged with Activision, and then the company Sierra got the Crash license, then they merged with Activision. I really hope that there's a Crash game coming to PS4, or at least PS3, because, I mean, Crash, just like the SmackDown vs. Raw games, sold good on PlayStation, the WWE SmackDown vs. Raw games. Both franchises received PS Greatest Hits. And that is a reason why, and those are my reasons why it needs to come back. I don't give a crap, Activision, about Call of Duty. Nobody wants to play the first-person shooter every year. We don't want to waste $120 on a game, including the DLC, all 4 DLCs, which is like $60 all 4 together, $15 a piece. If you could put more in a DLC, that's fine, but you can't. So, Activision, forget about Call of Duty for now. Just make a Crash game. I mean, you know what? Have the studio that's making Skylanders, whatever they're called, tell them to make the Crash games, and then maybe even make them announce a new Crash game. I don't care if it gets announced and it gets delayed, just do it. Crash is also a successful franchise. That's why it needs to come back. I really hope it could come back someday. Thank you for watching.